Hi everybody, welcome back and welcome if you are new. My name is Casey and in today's video I am going to be showing you how to create gift baskets that you see in grocery stores or high-end gourmet food stores. You can even find them in liquor stores. They put the baskets together there. I'm going to show you how to do it two different ways, one in a galvanized tub and the other way in a cardboard box-like item that you get from Hobby Lobby. And first, I'm going to show you how we are going to wrap this champagne bottle. So when I worked in the liquor store many years ago, creating gift baskets for the holidays, many people would come in and they would like to have their bottle of wine or their bottle of champagne gift wrapped. And so what we did is that we had a big, large piece of cellophane, probably, I don't know, 3 by 3 feet or 4 by 4 feet. Oh, maybe it's not that big, maybe about 3 by 3. And we would have a piece of tissue paper in the middle. They would usually be bigger than this, but this is what you can find at the store. And then another piece of a different color or pattern, or the same if you like, laying on a diagonal. And we are going to be using some floral wire to secure around the neck, and you'll see what I'm doing. So first you're going to place the bottle of your choice in the center, and all you're going to do is just start gathering your cellophane. It's that simple. So just gather, and then you will tie it off in the end around the neck with, you can use ribbon or jute twine, or you can use raffia. We used raffia a lot. But I have some floral wire that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to wrap it with a tulle ribbon in the end, but I'll show you what I'm doing. So it's so easy. Just tie it off and no issues there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten out the cellophane a little bit, but then I'm going to snip it just to shorten it because it's a little too high. It's really easy. You just kind of snip it and then you just pull the excess and it just glides. It just comes right off. It's so easy. It's cute. It looks like a little explosion, a little firework coming out of the bottle. It's really cute and very easy. So you can use any type of ribbon or raffia or anything you'd like to tie around the neck of the bottle. I am using, kind of for the first time, I'm using this tulle ribbon, and I will say that I really like working with it. It's easy to work with, very forgiving, and you can make fun bows and you can add and different colors and all that fun stuff. So I just added the two together. I took about maybe 4 feet, and I'm just going to create a little bow, and then I'm going to tie it in place with the ribbon that I have here. And I'm going to tell you that when you take this bottle to a party or to a dinner party that somebody is hosting, they are going to love it, and they're going to say, "Where did you get this done?" And little do they know that you did it yourself. It's so easy and it's so pretty, and it just adds a little jazz to, you know, your little host gift, and everybody will love it. It's so easy and you can do it yourself. In fact, many years ago, I gave my dad a bottle of wine for Christmas, a nice bottle of red wine, and I wrapped it really pretty like this. And he liked it so much that he still, to this day, has not unwrapped it. So that wine either has aged fantastically and tastes great, or it has turned into red wine vinegar and it's time to make a salad dressing, Dad. So I'm just making some little hot cocoa jars here. I just got the jars from Hobby Lobby. I think they were like $1.50 a piece maybe. So I just start by putting some hot cocoa powder in the bottom. I'm going to top it with chocolate chips and then some marshmallows. And I know that you can buy these pre-made. You see them at the stores all the time. But sometimes I wonder, when were they made? When were they packaged? So I just made some fresh, and they are going to turn out super cute. I just add a little tag onto them, and then I'm going to add a bow on that afterwards. On the backs of the tags, you can write, just add milk, add hot water, top with whipped cream. You can write whatever you want on the back, or you can just write to so-and-so from so-and-so. Either way, it's cute. I haven't written anything yet, but I just thought they were really cute and would add a nice little touch to these jars. So don't be alarmed, I'm not wrapping a box of lights to give to this person. There is a gift card on the inside, but I just wanted to use this box. And you know what, at the end of the day, it does not matter what kind of box it is. I wrap it up, I make it look cute, and that's all that matters. I love this paper. I found it at TJ Maxx. I think it's from the Ray Dunn collection, but I've always loved the red ticking stripe as for wrapping paper for anything. I really like it. So this ribbon was, I don't even know if you could call it ribbon. Part of it's ribbon, part of it's pearls, part of it has these little stars on it. It's so cute, adorable, but I don't know if I would necessarily buy it again because it's not easy to work with. It's not easy to tie, but it looked really cute. So it worked for this situation. So here are all the items that we'll be using for our baskets. I'm going to use all the same items, but I'm going to show you how to create them in two different baskets. I call them baskets. Actually, neither one of them are baskets, but that's what we're going to call them. So one is the galvanized tub, and the other one is this cardboard box from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to start by, you want to get some packing paper or newspaper, or you can even wrap a box in pretty wrapping paper. And then you're going to top it with the crinkle paper. Now, the reason why I do that is because otherwise you'll have to buy several bags of this crinkle paper, and all of your stuff and your heavy items will just sink to the bottom. So you want to have a filler on the bottom. So that's what we always started with, was a filler on the bottom and then your pretty crinkle paper. You're going to use your tallest or heaviest item as your backbone to the basket because it's going to support the other items. And also, if it's, especially you want it in there if it's the tallest item. You want the tallest item in the back. So you're going to see me fiddle around with the placement of all my items many times. And that's just what you do when you're creating a basket. You go, okay, I like this. Nope, I don't like that. But you're trying to create height in different areas of the basket. And you just got to play around with it over and over again. So that's what you're going to be seeing me do, is just playing around with this and seeing what I can do. One thing you want to make sure of as well is when you have glass touching glass, like you see here with the little hot cocoa jars. Eventually I'm going to put in some more crinkle paper in between the glass so that you don't have glass on glass. So that's something to think about. So your important tips here are: get a filler for the bottom of your basket so you don't have to use as much crinkle paper. 2, put your tallest and heaviest item in the back. That creates like a backbone and a support system for all of your other items. And 3, The last tip is to create different heights and just play around with it. You may take everything out and redo it, but that's okay. Just play around and you will love the finished product in the end. Just play around and make sure that you don't have any glass touching. And before I give this basket to the person I'm giving it to, I may rearrange things again. That's just what I do. Sometimes I'm just not satisfied, and so I'll keep playing with it over and over again. So what I'm doing here is I'm just adding some of that tulle ribbon again, but I'm not making a bow. I'm just kind of gathering it all up and kind of wadding it up, and I'm creating height in the basket, and it's also just a little bit more support in there for it. You can also take it and you can just trim some and have it kind of sticking out of the basket. Just play around with it. It's a lot of fun. Here's the basket all complete. Now I will say that this would be considered a sweets basket because it's all sweet items in the basket. I mean, you have chocolate covered almonds, you have hot cocoa, but there are different types of baskets that we would create. So some baskets would be sweets baskets, not many of them were. Other baskets would be sweet and savory baskets where you would have, you know, your wine or champagne, or wine and champagne, not usually together. And you would have a combination of sweet and salty. So you would have some salty crackers, or you would have nuts in there, and also chocolate. So that'd be your sweet and your salty kind of basket, or your savory basket. But we also did fresh baskets. And with fresh baskets, we would have champagne or wine. It would always be, if it were a cold or a chilled wine, we would make sure it was chilled pre-hand. We would have fresh fruit. We would have different types of cheeses, fresh cheeses. And we would also have a combination of sweet and salty items again. But if we had the cheeses, we also had crackers, and we would always put some sort of jam into the basket with it. So, you know, if somebody randomly took the basket on a picnic, they would have cheese and crackers and little bits of fig jam to go with it, and chocolates and nuts. So kind of like your own little charcuterie picnic basket, I guess you could say. But we did a lot of the fresh baskets, and a lot of them would be delivered to hotels if it were for a client and they had somebody coming into town and they wanted to have a basket waiting for them at their hotel room. But for the sake of the video, this is going to be a sweets basket, but don't limit yourself with your baskets. You can do so many different things, but if you are going to do a fresh basket and give it to somebody, just make sure they know that there are some fresh dairy items in there that might need to be eaten right away, or they need to go in the fridge. So here's basket number 2, all completed. So you can see that I kind of set things up very similarly to the galvanized basket or galvanized tub. But just remember your little tips to have your big item or your heavy item or your tall item in the back as a backbone. Then your tall items, make sure you use the filler in the beginning. Create height with different little filler. You saw me use some of that tulle ribbon. I just kind of stuck it under one of the other items to create some height. And also make sure your glass has something to buffer it from the other glass item that it's rubbing up against. But anyhow, you know what? Just have fun and be creative. And I promise you, whoever receives these baskets or this basket or whichever, they are going to feel so special and so loved knowing that you created this for them, because everything you chose was having them in mind. So if you enjoyed today's video, I'd be so appreciative if you gave this video a big thumbs up and subscribed, comment, and share. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye.